That incessant yearning for paradise, the inevitable need to experience something different, the fact that we all need to take a break and relax at some point. It's no wonder that tourism happens to be the dynamic and enduring industry that it is. As the economy continues to improve in North America, there has been an increase in tourist arrivals to the Caribbean. While this is a positive sign, there is the necessity of capitalizing on such a gain. Hence, the importance of events such as the 14th edition of the Caribbean Tourism Organization's Sustainable Tourism Conference at the Hyatt Regency in Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago.
The Conference on Sustainable Tourism Development has evolved from what used to be an ecotourism conference which dealt with matters of ecology. So now we deal with sustainable tourism, which is so critical to the development of the entire tourism industry. The whole overall idea of the conference is to educate the Caribbean about sustainable tourism, to help them to implement initiatives that's going to help their product develop in a sustainable way. We bring experts from across the world to come to the region to share their best practices with us so that we learn something from the conference. Trinidad and Tobago, of course, will be one of the beneficiaries, but it will extend to the rest of the region.
This year's event is particularly focused on the development of attractions that go beyond the traditional. The marketing of these experiences, the establishment of successful partnerships among industry stakeholders, increasing visitor spending on domestic products, and the adaptation of successful sustainable tourism models. It is all set against the backdrop of one of the Caribbean Basin's most unique destinations.
Because of our cultural diversity, our ethnic makeup, our religious diversity, and then of course we being so close to South America, we're 7 miles away from Venezuela, that we have an ecosystem here that is unparalleled. And Trinidad is one ecosystem, and then of course we have another ecosystem just 20 miles away from Trinidad, which is of course Tobago. So when you look at it, the diversity of the product, it is quite something. We see ourselves as being very, very different in the product that we have to offer.
The strength of Trinidad and Tobago's energy and manufacturing industries has also made this nation thrive, as has the growing importance of its financial services sector. But Trinidad and Tobago is also blessed with huge potential as a tourism destination, and there is a commitment towards developing this industry and fostering public involvement.
It's another tool that we're going to use to educate our nationals and also to make them aware not only of the value of tourism, but also the value of sustainable tourism. We have been practicing, maybe unknowingly to many of our nationals, sustainable tourism. And we want to bring that to the fore so people can more understand, regardless of where you live, whether you live in a rural community, whether you live in the city, that there is a place for you in sustainable tourism.
The event involves industry officials, professionals, and experts engaged in panel discussions, sessions, and workshops, along with several dynamic activities.
It also has a practical element with study tours going to various places in Trinidad and Tobago, such as the northeast Trinidad, Celebia, Maturo, these areas, as well as places like Chagaramas, Gaspard Caves, further down south to Pointe-Pie Wildfowl Trust. There's one study tour going to Tobago. We have also a youth forum in which we will have a very exciting segment where we hear the voices of youth in terms of discussing different aspects of sustainable tourism through drama. And that's very important in terms of getting the message across to the youth in terms of why sustainable tourism is important to the region.
And one of the legacies of this edition of the Sustainable Tourism Conference could be a regional landscape further enhanced by one-of-a-kind sights and sounds that go beyond the norm and will definitely have visitors yearning for more.